Hi! I'm very excited about this video, and the reason is because you guys have been asking me for this for a long time.
What are the easiest sustainable swaps?
What's the first thing that I should stop using and get this instead?
Whatever. These can be things that you already have in your house that you just need to start using in different ways, or things that you go out and buy that are really cheap, or they might be a little pricier than the single-use item, but they last you a long time, so they save you money in the long run. These are easy and cheap, sustainable swaps for you. Let's get into it. Before I start this video, I just want to give a little disclaimer that trying to lower your waste is an amazing thing. It's so nice that you guys are watching this video, but it's not about swappity swap, swap, swappity swap, swap, swaps. It's not about buying a new product and throwing out your old ones. It's about reuse, 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 reuse until you absolutely cannot reuse anymore. So any product that I suggest that you should purchase in this video, just keep in mind before I say it that my first suggestion before anything is to use up whatever you have. The whole movement is about lowering your footprint. So purchasing more is just going to make your footprint bigger. So I know that it's really enticing to see zero waste stores and low waste and sustainability swaps and blah, blah, blah. And those are great, most of them. But just make sure that you are using whatever you have before anything, okay? That's all. Let's get into the video. Also, if you don't know already, my name is Dani, aka Calleiro, that's my last name. And I started this channel to kind of document and share my low waste journey and help you guys with yours. So let's save the planet, guys. Okay, so the first easiest swap is completely free, don't have to do anything, and this is just skipping straws. That's a sustainable swap right there. If you're out, even if you're going out and getting fast food and they're still packaging, like you can say, I don't need the straw. Or if you're out at a restaurant and they put a bunch of straws on the table, sometimes what I do is I hide them from the entire table so nobody wants one, but taking them and saying, hey, I don't need this. You can hand it back, you can leave them there, whatever. Just say no, you don't need a straw. Super free, super easy swap. Right there, you're saving plastic. To-go cups are a huge swap that people usually make in the beginning because they're pretty easy. If you don't want to buy one, you can use a jar from food you bought. So a lot of stuff comes in jars, glass jars, like pasta sauce, for example. I have a lot of pasta jars, and you can take that jar and it lasts forever, especially if it has a lid. That's just the best. So if you can find a lid and a jar in your house, I'm sure you can find one in your fridge. Pretty much everyone has one. The next one is reusing plastic bags. A lot of people think that because it's like a Ziploc bag, you have to throw it away. You don't. Plastic is supposed to last forever. I've heard a lot of times that people's moms already do this. They literally will put them in the sink and wash them out and then use them again. So I would highly recommend doing that if you already have plastic bags. Obviously, we should all strive to stop purchasing plastic bags and get reusable ones, but not everyone can do that. So just reuse them as much as you can until they have holes in them or whatever, but make sure to wash them out really well with soap and water before you use them again. Guys, paper towels. Oh my gosh. Another one I didn't even think about when I was just using them my entire life. Paper towels are so wasteful. Oh my gosh. Generally, paper towels would be compostable because, again, they're just made of trees. But since we have food on them and since we get so much stuff on them, then they can't be composted and they just stay there in landfills. Same kind of thing as food. It's just not good. So stop using paper towels. And I have this on the list because this is actually a lot cheaper. You have to buy those every single month. It's a lot of money. They're expensive. So buy washcloths. I bought washcloths for my house. It literally changed my life. I'm on like my last roll of paper towels. I'm trying to like use them all up, obviously, because we don't throw things away. And I've barely used a paper towel. Like I use washcloths for all my cleaning needs, wiping up spills, drying my dishes, drying my hands, anything you can think of. You can even get cute ones if you want. I just got gray ones because I didn't want them to like stain, but they cost me like $5 for a pack of 7 or something like that. They're very cheap. You can get a bunch of them and they last forever. I've also seen people take old t-shirts and turn those into paper towels, like paper towels, cloths for cleaning. You can totally do that as well. So either one, paper towels suck, stop using them, stop buying them, okay? And beware of companies that say recycled paper towels or compostable paper towels if you do want to keep buying them, because Guys, even if they say they're recycled, really think about who the company is, because potentially they could be recycled by a company who's creating waste. So for example, a big one that comes to my mind is 7th Generation, which is the only brand I can think of that has recycled paper towels, but I'm sure there's more. They're owned by Unilever. If you don't know what Unilever is, that'll be in my greenwashing video, but that's a company that is massively polluting the earth. So if their whole company is producing things that are polluting the earth and then they have one product that's recycled, they're essentially just recycling the waste that they created, so it's not making a difference at all. So be aware of recycled paper towels. I guess it's a little better than regular paper towels, but it's still not much of a difference. So I would just suggest dropping them all together. Easy swap is next time you buy a toothbrush, get a bamboo one. I heard a really cool, not cool, really sad. I heard a really interesting fact yesterday that every toothbrush, plastic toothbrush, that's ever been created still exists on this earth. So like the toothbrush that you used when you were a little kid, you know, like one of the ones that sticks to the wall, or maybe one of the ones that sings Hannah Montana, it's still out there in the world somewhere haunting you and the planet. Switch to bamboo, but again, don't just chuck your plastic toothbrush out the window. Wait until you absolutely need a new one. If you can recycle that toothbrush, do it, and then get a bamboo one. This one I didn't even know about, but apparently gum has plastic in it. Super weird. You would never think like the thing that you're putting in your mouth and ingesting has plastic in it, because that doesn't sound good for you at all. It's not, but apparently gum has plastic in it, so just stop chewing gum. It's not really a swap for this, it's more just a thing. Maybe mints, perhaps, if you really need it. If you're into essential oils, people use peppermint oil. I'm sure there's plastic-free gum too. You might want to figure that out, but guys, stop chewing gum. Just brush your teeth or something. Buy mints in tin jars. I don't know. Another one, which is easy and cheap, is making soaps. So I know that you can get really into this and you can probably spend a lot of money on this, but something that a lot of people don't know about that I had never heard of is Castile soap. Castile soap is supposed to be like a miracle soap. It's literally made up of oils. It's made of like olive oil, jojoba oil. It's made of a bunch of different things, and you can use it for your skin, your hair. You can brush your teeth with it. You can wash your dishes with it. You can clean your house with it. You have to dilute it first, which is actually good because it comes in big bottles, but you don't just straight up use the bottle for everything, because then you would run out really fast and use a lot, and that's not very sustainable. So I'm not gonna go too much into uses of Castile soap because I'll probably make a whole video about this on its own. Making soap can save you money. It's way cheaper than repurchasing every single time, and all you have to do for the containers, you don't have to buy new containers. You can just get one thing of Castile soap. All you need to dilute it in is water and use the containers you already have for anything. So like an old spray bottle, rinse it out really well, and then refill it with Castile soap and water. You have a cleaner. Like, it's just like that. Next one is stop buying paper and plastic cutlery. I know a lot of families who just buy paper plates or plastic forks or whatever because they don't want to do the dishes, but it actually saves you money if you stop buying them. Like, if you think about it, obviously you wouldn't have to buy something every month. And I know some people might think that it saves water if you throw away plastic stuff instead of washing your dishes, but technically it's saving water in your house, but if you think about the amount of water that was needed to create those products you're throwing away, it's wasting water. So stop buying single-use cutlery and dishes and all that stuff. You don't need it. No one needs it. Just buy a bunch of other stuff, use them forever. You never need to buy them again. It saves you money, guys. Okay, a cheap or free or really easy, depends on how you do it, depends on where you live, swap is composting. So it doesn't really sound like a swap because I know that you think swaps are like products, but this isn't a product, which is good because it's not all about buying products, guys. It's actually the opposite of that. Anyway, composting, I will have a video about composting in the description because I'm very passionate about composting. Composting is something that pretty much anyone can do depending on your house situation, and I don't know what it's like in other countries, but the principle is the same, that your food can rot and biodegrade into the ground if it's properly put into the ground. So if you throw it into the trash, it's just gonna end up in a landfill, and that's gonna cause those things to sit there in piles of garbage, and they actually don't biodegrade, but they do release methane, which is a very terrible greenhouse gas. Throwing your food waste away is actually really bad for the environment. So if you can figure out a way to compost at your house, this can be free for most situations. So Google it, watch my video, research it, figure out how to compost in your situation. That is an awesome, awesome swap. And I love doing it personally. If you have a period, switching to a menstrual cup.
Oh my god.
I have literally had mine for like 3 days and it has been a wonderful experience. There is a learning curve, guys, and I'm still in it. I'm still figuring it out, but you can see so many people on the internet talking about it and how they use it and how they like it and how much money they save. It is a great, wonderful option. The amount of pads and tampons that get used up every single cycle by every single person who gets a period, that is a lot. A lot. Think about it, guys. I never even processed it my entire life. I've had a period for like so many years and I never even processed that every time I was throwing something away, it was terrible for the environment and it was ending up in a landfill somewhere. That's gross and terrible. So get a menstrual cup. It eliminates the problem entirely. You buy one, it's supposed to last you about 10 years if you take care of it. They're somewhere like $40. Like, what? $40 for 10 years of your period? That's crazy. That's what you deserve, okay? So look into it, okay? It may not work for everyone, but I know it works for a lot of people. And the very last one that I will say is swapping your soaps for bar soaps. So this is kind of an alternative if you don't want to make soap, which I understand a lot of people don't want to. I know that Lush actually sells conditioner bars. I'm sure they sell shampoo. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure they have. What I've seen someone do is melt down the conditioner bars. I don't know how you do that. You're gonna have to look that up for yourself, but conditioner bars, shampoo bars, obviously you can get body soap bars. I'm sure you guys have seen those many times. And I would highly recommend getting these from eco-conscious companies. There's really affordable options from smaller businesses who don't create as much product and who aren't polluting the earth as much. So look into that if you can. Obviously, it's okay if you can't. A Dove bar is a great option compared to a plastic bottle that has shampoo or conditioner or body soap in it. So do what you can. If you want to hear more, leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any ideas that I should talk about. Leave me a comment, let me know, or you can always message me on my Instagram, Conscious Calleiro, or my main page, Dani Smrally, but I see more of your DMs on Conscious Calleiro, so maybe you should go there. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos about sustainability and lowering your waste, and always remember to... I was gonna say something, but I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.